You wake up still wrapped in the quiet softness of dawn, and without thinking, your hand reaches for the phone. A message, a headline, a memory from yesterday that pulls you back into old worries. It all begins before your feet even touch the floor. It seems harmless, but in Feng Shui, this moment is sacred. It's the fragile gate between night and day, between your inner world and the noise outside. And what you choose to touch first becomes your energy for the whole day. This is where so many of us, especially women in our gentler years, unknowingly misstep. We give the outside world access before our spirit has time to breathe. We abandon our body before greeting it. We open the door to others before we've even said good morning to ourselves. And in doing so, we scatter the seeds of fortune. Seeds that were ready to bloom in the quiet soil of morning. Ancient teachings call this breaking the qi before it has risen. And once broken, it takes all day to gather again. But it doesn't have to be this way. There is a small, powerful shift that can change everything. No money required. No perfect conditions, just a different kind of presence. In the first 5 minutes after waking. So let me ask you, softly but truly, when you wake up, who do you greet first? The world outside you, or the life still blooming gently within? Section 1, the morning energy window, why timing matters. There is a moment, just before the world fully wakes, when the air is still, the mind is open, and the energy around you is soft like mist over water. In Feng Shui, this is known as the rising of Yang. It is not just the sun that begins its ascent, but also your life force, your qi, gently returning from the realm of dreams. From midnight to dawn, your body has been bathed in yin energy, cool, quiet, inward. But around 5:00 to 7:00 a.m., something shifts. The yang begins to stir, warm, active, outward. This transition is delicate, like the unfurling of a morning flower. And how you meet it will shape your entire energetic flow for the day. In traditional Chinese medicine, this time corresponds to the lungs, the organs of breath, release, and new beginnings. It is also the hour when your subconscious is still open, your thoughts not yet hardened, your spirit still soft. It is, energetically, the most fertile ground for planting new intentions. That's why so many spiritual masters, monks, sages, and wise women alike rise with the light, not to chase the day, but to meet it gently. Imagine for a moment a river just starting to flow after a long winter. Would you rush into it, splashing and stirring the mud? Or would you stand by its edge and listen? Your morning is that river. The first 30 minutes after you rise hold more vibrational potential than the next 12 hours. Because during this window, there is no noise yet only space. No rush yet only invitation. In modern life, this sacred window is often forgotten. We wake up and the day pulls at us, emails, headlines, responsibilities. But the ancient wisdom reminds us, don't run into the current, align with it. This doesn't mean you must wake at 5 a.m. or follow a rigid schedule. It means that whenever you wake, be it 6, 0, or 8. 0. The first 5 to 15 minutes are your golden gate, and if you cross it consciously, you set a tone of harmony, receptivity, and flow. But if you cross it in distraction, anxiety, or habit, you may unknowingly drag yesterday's weight into today's light. This is not superstition. It's rhythm. Your body has one, your home has one, nature has one. Feng Shui is the art of honoring those rhythms. So you no longer push against the tide, but float with its grace. So ask yourself, how does your morning begin? By design or by default? And what would change if it began with quiet power instead of automatic motion? Mistake 1, touching your phone first thing. There's a quiet betrayal that happens in the first minute of waking. It begins with a single reach, the fingers sliding toward a glowing screen, long before your soul has returned fully into your body. This one habit, so common, so automatic, has quietly stolen the peace, clarity, and fortune of millions. And for many, it continues unnoticed for years. You might tell yourself, "I'm just checking the time," or "I like to read the news while still in bed." But let's look deeper. What are you really doing? You are handing the reins of your inner world to everything outside of you, before you've even remembered your own breath. In Feng Shui, the morning is called the opening gate. It is the moment when your internal energy field is the cleanest, unshaped, untouched, and deeply sensitive. This field, your Wei Qi, acts like a protective shell that rebuilds overnight. And just like a baby leaf exposed to wind, it is softest right when you wake. When you touch your phone, scrolling messages, reading updates, absorbing other people's energy. You don't just receive information, you receive vibration. And your own vibration is not yet strong enough to filter or ground it. In neuroscience, we know that the brain awakens in alpha frequency, a deeply suggestible, creative state. This state is perfect for intention setting, visioning, self-connection. But when flooded too early with noise, it becomes scattered, fragmented. In energy terms, this is like watering a garden with muddy water. The seeds may still grow, but they grow confused. Let's take this even deeper. According to Buddhist teaching, the first thoughts and sights upon waking form the karmic current of your day. They are the seeds of emotional cause and effect. When the first thing you see is someone else's opinion, someone else's stress, a comment thread filled with worry, anger, or fear, you are, quite literally, opening the gates of your mind to chaos, and once inside, it echoes. For older women especially, those who carry decades of care, love, and often invisible burdens, this act is even more destabilizing. Why? Because your nervous system, refined by years of experience, is deeply empathetic. What you feel tends to run deeper. So when your first encounter of the day is digital stimulation, you don't just read it, you absorb it, and that becomes the background music for your entire day. But there's something even more subtle at play, the loss of sovereignty. Each morning is a chance to reclaim your own rhythm, to awaken not just your body, but your direction. Touching the phone first thing removes that choice. It tells the universe, "I'll let the world decide how I feel today." And the universe, always listening, simply echoes that back. In Feng Shui, this is called M letter 1EA5T TR letter 1E5C TAM, the loss of energetic center. It's like stepping into your home and immediately opening every window, letting in wind from all directions before you've even lit a candle. No wonder you feel scattered. No wonder peace feels far. So what can you do instead? Start with silence, even just 5 minutes. Let your hands stay still. Let your breath arrive before your eyes fully open. This tiny pause is not a luxury, it is an act of energetic anchoring. Place your phone out of reach, or even in another room if possible. Let yourself arrive into your own presence first before the world asks for it. Greet your body, whisper a blessing, breathe. And only after your center is restored, after your inner space has been claimed, can you choose what enters next. This isn't about guilt. This is about gentle power, because every morning, you get to decide whether your energy will be shaped from the inside out or the outside in. So tomorrow, when your eyes flutter open, pause, let the screen wait, let you be first, because the phone will always be there. But the morning window, the gate of pure energy, only opens once a day, and it's waiting for you to walk through. with presence, not pixels. Mistake 2, ignoring the body's call. Each morning your body whispers, not with words, but with warmth, with the breath rising slowly in your chest, with the small aches that ask for softness, with the quiet pulse beneath your hand. But too often we skip this sacred conversation. We rise and go. We push into motion. We tend to others, children, partners, emails, errands, before ever turning inward to say, I see you, I thank you, I'm here. And in that forgetting, something within begins to dim. In Buddhism, there is a quiet teaching. Than, KH letter 1EA9U, why acute? Body, speech, and mind are the 3 gates of karma. And of these, the body is the first gate, because it is the most tangible, the most loyal, and the most easily neglected. Your body is not simply the container of your spirit. It is the antenna through which energy flows. It is the map of your emotional history, and it is the very first space where abundance or lack takes root. In Feng Shui, the body is often described as a living altar. Not something to worship, but something to honor. When we ignore the body in the morning, rushing past its signals, skipping the greeting, brushing teeth, but never brushing awareness through our limbs, we break the alignment between body and spirit. And when that bridge is broken, even the most carefully set intentions float unanchored. Imagine waking up beside someone you deeply love and walking past them without a word, day after day. No eye contact, no smile, no warmth. How would that relationship feel over time? That's what many of us unknowingly do to our bodies. We move it, we dress it, we expect it to keep going. But we rarely acknowledge it as the one companion that has never left our side. Through grief and joy, through aging and change. For women, especially as we enter our wise years, our body becomes even more than a vessel. It becomes a record of children carried, of pain endured quietly, of beauty expressed not in mirrors but in presence. To ignore this sacred vessel each morning is to turn away from the clearest source of inner guidance you have. But the healing begins with one gentle act. Touch, not massage, not fixing, just presence. Place one hand over your heart, another over your belly. Close your eyes and listen, not for noise, but for rhythm. You may feel the subtle rise and fall. You may sense warmth or even a tear. You may feel nothing but stillness, and that too is sacred. This moment is not about feeling a certain way. It is about arriving. When you touch your body with reverence, you are telling your energy field, I am back, I am safe, I am whole. From a Feng Shui perspective, this creates an internal anchor, a point where energy gathers and stabilizes. Without this anchor, intentions scatter like seeds in the wind. With it, even the simplest thought, a hope, a blessing, a decision to rest, can take root and grow strong. Mistake 3, letting old thoughts lead the day. Some mornings you may feel heaviness, other mornings lightness. There is no correct way for the body to feel, but what matters is that you pause long enough to notice, to meet, to greet, because this greeting is not just for your shoulders or spine. It is for the part of you that carried sorrow quietly, that endured when others needed you, that softened even as life hardened around you. Here's a gentle practice, just 1 minute long. 1, sit at the edge of your bed, feet touching the floor. 2, place both hands over your heart or belly. 3, inhale slowly. Imagine the breath entering not just your lungs, but your whole being. 4, exhale and silently say, I am here. 5, repeat 2 more times, each breath slower than the last. You may smile, you may cry, you may feel nothing but quiet. All of it is medicine. By beginning your day in this way, You bring the body and spirit back into dialogue, and when they move as one, the energy field around you becomes coherent, clearer to yourself, and clearer to the universe. This coherence is what allows abundance to find you. Because your signal is no longer fragmented, it's not about perfection, it's about reunion. So tomorrow, before the tasks and tea and time begin, meet yourself, place your hand where your heart beats, and remember, you are not just a body that lives, you are a life that deserves to be welcomed. Some mornings, before the light even enters your room, your mind is already full. To-do lists, regrets, conversations from yesterday. Thoughts arrive without invitation, as if the night never ended. You haven't even taken your first deep breath, and already your energy is shaped by the past. This is the third mistake, and for many it is the quietest, but also the most powerful, because thoughts, especially in the morning, are not just ideas. They are instructions. They are energetic signals, vibrations, that tell your body, your breath, your day, how to behave. In Buddhist psychology, the mind at dawn is like soft clay. Whatever impression you press into it, fear, hope, tension, peace, will harden as the hours pass. The first thought becomes the first frequency, and frequency attracts form. If you begin with, "There's so much to do," "I'm already behind," "Nothing ever changes," then you've already sent out the signal, "I am not safe here. Life is pressure. I expect more of the same." And the universe, always listening without judgment, responds accordingly. In energy science, this is known as resonance effect, like attracts like, not by logic but by vibration. If you wake in fear, you notice more things to fear. If you wake in scarcity, you see more lack. It's not punishment, it's pattern. And the most painful part, this pattern often begins before you even open your eyes. It happens in the in-between, that tender moment where dream and thought mix, and the old emotions resurface without words. Women, especially those who have carried families, roles, and silent sacrifices, often wake with emotional residue. Did I do enough yesterday? Will today ask too much of me? Is there space for me in my own life? These thoughts are not weakness, they are echoes, but if left unspoken and unshifted, they shape the emotional landscape of your entire day. So how do we shift this? The answer is not to fight the thought, the answer is to plant a new one. In both Buddhism and Feng Shui, the morning is called seed time. What you plant, even one sentence, can ripple outward like light on water. So instead of letting yesterday return, you become the gardener of today. You plant a thought of invitation, not reaction. Here's a simple healing practice. Keep a small notebook by your bed. When you wake, before the phone, before the news, write down just 3 things you want to attract today. Not big dreams, not goals, just feelings, moments, invitations. For example, a sense of lightness in my body, one kind smile, a task completed with ease. This is not a wish list. It's an energetic alignment. You're telling the universe, here's the frequency I choose to live in today. In Feng Shui, this is called designing your field. Like placing objects in a room to shape energy, you're placing thoughts in your mind to shape experience. And when done gently, consistently, your nervous system begins to follow. Your heart softens, your actions align. And yes, opportunities begin to show up with less effort. But more than that, you begin to feel different inside your own skin. You are no longer waking in reaction. You are waking in creation. This doesn't mean you'll never feel old thoughts. They may still arise, softly, sharply, or silently, but now you are not led by them. You are simply noticing and choosing again. One sentence can redirect the entire flow of your day, and every day you have the power to write it. So tomorrow morning, before the noise, before the world enters, ask yourself, what energy am I letting lead today? And what new thought might carry me toward peace instead of away from it? Section 2, the ritual of body, breath, light. Not every morning begins the way we hope. Sometimes we wake with a tightness in the chest, a heaviness in the limbs, or the ghost of yesterday still lingering in our mind. But no matter how we feel, each morning offers a new gate, and that gate opens through one quiet practice, a ritual that gathers your energy, realigns your intention, and invites prosperity to meet you in presence. This is not a superstition. It is a return to yourself, to the moment, to the field of energy that has been waiting for you to rise consciously. We call it the ritual of body, breath, light. It takes no more than 10 minutes, but it can shift the direction of your entire day. Let us walk through it together, gently, step by step. Person, female, step 1. Greet your body, reunite the temple and the spirit. Before anything else, before the kettle, the news, even the thoughts, bring your awareness to your body. Sit at the edge of your bed or remain lying. Close your eyes. Place your right hand on your chest, your left hand on your lower belly. These are the two power centers of your energetic being. The heart's yin and the Danshan energy reservoir. Feel the movement beneath your hands, the pulse, the breath, the warmth of life itself. No words are needed, just presence. This moment is not for doing, it is for arriving. In Feng Shui, the body is the first altar. If you do not awaken it with attention, no amount of luck-enhancing objects can hold your vibration stable. You must light the candle within before lighting the world around you. Let this act be your inner ignition. Wind face, step 2. Breathe, tune the energy bridge. Once presence is awakened, move into the breath, not forced, not controlled, just intentional. Inhale slowly through the nose. Imagine a clear stream of light entering from above your head. As you breathe in, see this light flowing down, through the mind, through the chest, into your belly. Now exhale gently through the mouth, as if releasing yesterday's dust. Repeat this cycle 3 times. With each breath, feel more of yourself returning, more space inside the ribs, more ease in the jaw, more silence between thoughts. According to ancient Chinese wisdom, the breath is the bridge between heaven and human. It is how we align our inner weather with the greater cosmic field. 3 breaths is not just a calming tool. It is an energetic recalibration. It draws fresh qi into the body and sends a clear vibrational message to the universe. I am ready to live from center. Sun, step 3. Invite the light, connect with the yang field. After breath, turn gently to the world outside. Walk to a window, or if possible, open a door. Let the early light touch your face. You don't need direct sunlight. You only need presence. Let the soft morning air meet your skin. Feel how the light is not loud. It's patient. It arrives quietly, just like you. In Feng Shui, this is called welcoming the yang. It is how we merge the internal spark with the external life force. If your home is dark or enclosed, light a candle or hold your palms to the window glass. Let them absorb the warmth. You are not just looking at the light. You are becoming it. This moment completes the triangle of awakening: body, breath, light, earth, human, heaven. And when aligned, these 3 open what Taoist masters call the gate of receiving. You have not rushed. You have not reached outward. You have returned inward and expanded with grace. Herb optional additions, enhancers for energetic flow. If you wish to deepen the ritual, you may add 1 or 2 supportive elements. Cool water wash. Wash your face with water infused with ginger or lemongrass. This clears the sleep energy and stimulates clarity. Soft affirmation whisper, with your hands still on the body, say, "Today I walk in ease, I allow joy. I welcome support." Write a wish on a small piece of paper. Write one gentle intention, something like, "Let me feel lightness in my heart today." Place it near your mirror, plant, or bedside. It acts as a frequency beacon. Growing heart. Why this ritual works, the energetic science. You might wonder, can such simple acts really change my life? Here's what energy wisdom teaches us. Your morning vibration is your day's blueprint. Your body is your first compass. Your breath is your first medicine. Your presence is your first wealth. The world often tells us to begin with planning, pushing, preparing. But true abundance is not earned with effort alone. It is aligned with through clarity and coherence. Each of these steps restores a part of your inner system. Body grounds and anchors. Breath resets nervous system. Light connects personal chi to universal kai. Together, they form a magnetic field. Subtle, strong, and highly receptive. This field doesn't attract through will, it attracts through signal. And the clearer your signal, the clearer your path. So tomorrow morning, when the light returns, and the world waits quietly outside your door, take your time, touch your chest, breathe into your belly, stand in the light, and remember, before anything enters your day, you are allowed to be full already. Section 3. Enhancing the ritual with Feng Shui items. The power of ritual does not only come from action, it also flows from the space around you. You can perform the most beautiful morning practice, but if your environment pulls you away from your center, if the energy in your room is heavy, stagnant, or scattered, then your practice may never fully take root. This is where Feng Shui becomes your silent ally. Because in Feng Shui, your home is not just a backdrop. It is an active participant in your energy field. And when you place intentional objects, soft, symbolic, and aligned, you begin to create what the ancients call a field of receptivity. Let us explore a few simple but powerful Feng Shui enhancements that support your morning ritual in subtle, healing ways. These are not decorations. They are anchors of vibration. They don't need to be expensive. They only need to be meaningful, clean, and placed with care. Gemstone 1. Amethyst at the head of the bed, the calming stone of clarity. Place a small piece of natural amethyst at your headboard or under your pillow. Amethyst is considered a fire element stone in classical Feng Shui. But unlike the aggressive fire of red or bright orange, it is a soothing spiritual flame, the flame of intuition and inner light. Its frequency helps maintain the alpha brain state even upon waking. That gentle place between dreaming and doing. Why is this important? Because your morning ritual works best when the mind is still open and soft, not yet hardened by stress or scattered thought. Amethyst holds the space for you, like a quiet hand on your shoulder reminding you, no rush, you are still arriving. Make sure to cleanse it regularly. Place in morning sunlight for a few hours. Smudge with incense or sound bowl. Whisper gratitude into the stone as you return it to its place. This is not about superstition. It is about building a subtle friendship with the energy of stillness. Red envelope 2. 3 Chinese coins tied with red thread, wealth harmony. In Feng Shui, coins are not just money, they are symbols of energetic exchange. The classical image. 3 round coins, square holes in the center, tied together with a red silk string. The round shape represents heaven. The square hole represents earth. The red string carries human energy. Together, they harmonize the three realms that influence your luck. Place this coin string in the southeast corner of your bed. The wealth sector according to the Bagua map. Why this spot? Because your bed is where you lie in a receptive state for 6-8 hours. Any object near it imprints your subconscious with meaning. When you perform your morning ritual, writing intentions, speaking affirmations, these coins act as a frequency amplifier. They don't make you rich. They help your energy match the vibration of richness, ease, flow, harmony, and that is what draws opportunity closer. Nazar Amulet 3. Red envelope with blessed talisman, invisible protection. Do you ever wake feeling foggy, drained, or off balance? Even after a full night's sleep? This could be the result of external energetic interference. Living near a hospital, cemetery, busy intersection, or abandoned building can expose your field to yin-heavy energy. Even internal stress from past events in the home can linger like invisible dust to support energetic clarity. Place a spiritually charged talisman, something blessed by a monk, nun, or trusted healer, inside a red envelope and tuck it under your mattress, behind your headboard, inside your pillowcase, as long as it's safe and doesn't disturb sleep. Red in Feng Shui represents vitality and yang protection. It seals the energy and guards your field while you are in your most vulnerable, receptive state. This is not about fear. It is about giving your energy a shield so your light can grow uninterrupted. Bell 4. Brass wind chime by the window, tuning the morning frequency. The sound of a soft chime can be more than charming. It can break up stagnant energy and invite renewal. Hang a small brass wind chime near the window or door that you open in the morning during your ritual. Why brass? Because it resonates with the metal element associated with clarity, communication, and inward reflection. It also balances overactive fire or wood energy that might dominate the space. As the breeze moves it, naturally or through your presence, it emits sound waves that tune the vibration of the room. This is similar to how tuning forks reset a piano's harmony. The chime becomes your subtle space cleanser, working silently to keep your ritual space light and clear. Droplet 5. Ceramic water jar, the gentle flow of internal wealth. Place a small ceramic or glass jar of clean water on your bedside table. This is not just for hydration. In Feng Shui, water represents wealth, flow, and purification. When you sip it slowly in the morning, after your breath and light, you are signaling to your body, I receive life. A handmade ceramic jar adds earth energy and helps balance internal systems. Avoid plastic or metal for this purpose, as their vibration is too cold or sharp for morning softness. Bonus: whisper a word or phrase into the water before bed. Like peace, healing, or ease, water absorbs intention, and you will drink that vibration in the morning. A seedling 6. Gentle plant nearby, living guardian of your field. Lastly, place a small living plant near your ritual space, not just for oxygen, but for energetic companionship. Choose something soft and air-purifying. Pace lily, a snake plant, pothos, a gladiolus. Plants are natural filters. They absorb excess energy, buffer noise, and slowly attune to your frequency over time. As your morning ritual becomes more consistent, you'll begin to notice this plant thrives with you. It may grow faster. Its leaves may turn toward your chair or bed. It becomes, in silent ways, your energetic ally. Final thoughts: creating a field that welcomes abundance. You don't need all these items. You only need a few placed with intention and love. Because Feng Shui is not about objects, it's about the field you live in. And that field begins at your pillow, at your breath, at the light on your skin each morning. When your home begins to mirror your internal peace, something extraordinary happens. You no longer chase energy, you generate it. And when your energy is clear, abundance doesn't just visit, it stays. Section 4, the forgotten door, what you first see each morning. There is a door in your home that few ever think to open. It is not made of wood or glass. It does not lead to the kitchen or the garden or even the street. It is the first image your eyes meet. When you awaken, this simple direction of your gaze, where your eyes rest in the first quiet seconds of the day, acts as an energetic doorway. And whether we realize it or not, what we see first begins to shape what we feel. In Feng Shui, there is a principle rarely taught but deeply felt. T letter 1 EA7M N Hindi stroke letter 1 EA7 U tiern La H letter 1 B0 letter 1 EDB and G tam de stroke letter 1 EA7 U tiern. Your first sight becomes the compass of your spirit. This is not just poetic, it is physiological. The moment you wake, your brain begins absorbing light, form, and color. Your nervous system is soft, unguarded. And your subconscious is still half dreaming, still believing what it sees without question. So ask yourself gently, what is the very first thing your eyes land on each morning? A blank wall, a closet door, a hallway into shadow. Or perhaps a pile of laundry, a dark corner, or the harsh frame of a television screen. These things may seem neutral, but in subtle energy work they are vibrational prompts. They tell your system, silently but powerfully, this is the tone of your day. If the first thing you see is dark, dull, or chaotic, your spirit begins from a place of contraction, even before thought arises. Your body tightens, your chi slows, your field pulls inward in protection. And if repeated daily, this subtle contraction becomes habitual. You might not notice it, but it might be why your mornings feel heavy, why your energy doesn't quite lift, why even after a peaceful ritual something still feels off. Now imagine something else. You wake, and the first thing your eyes see is a soft painting of a sunrise, or a piece of fabric gently waving like breath, or a quote that reminds you of the woman you've become, or even a small altar with a candle unlit waiting for your presence. In that quiet second, before you speak, before you move, your soul says, yes, yes to light, yes to warmth, yes to hope. You have opened a door, not to a hallway, but to a direction of feeling. This is the forgotten doorway, the visual chi point of your morning, and it is completely within your power to change. Cherry Blossom Feng Shui Guidance. How to reset your morning view. Let's turn this from reflection into action. 1. Stand where you sleep. Lie down as if waking. Gently open your eyes. 2. Notice. What is the very first thing in your line of sight? 3. Feel. Does it lift you? Does it open your chest? Or does it close something within you? 4. Shift. Begin curating that visual moment. Choose one of the following. Suggested visual anchors for morning Kai. Art of nature. A sunrise, mountain, river, tree of life. Symbol, growth, flow, timeless rhythm. Cloth prints, soft fabric with gentle patterns, waves, or sky tones. Symbol, breath, continuity, softness. Words that anchor. Printed or handwritten phrases like, begin again. You are safe here. The light has already found you. Family or personal legacy. A photo of your younger self smiling. A picture of your grandmother's hands. A small embroidery from years past. Sacred space. A shelf with a candle, stone, or incense stick, unlit but waiting. This creates a sense of quiet invitation. Herb what to avoid. Feng Shui advises against. Sharp contrasts, black-white frames, angles. Clutter or storage piles. reflections of doorways or mirrors, images of isolation or storm, not because they are bad, but because they activate alertness, not presence. Your morning energy needs softness, not defense. Bed bonus placement tip: the side view matters too. If reorienting your bed view isn't possible, adjust the side you turn toward. Place a gentle object near your nightstand. A jade stone, a tiny bonsai, a bowl of sea salt, or even a folded scarf in warm tones. This becomes a side anchor, catching your gaze gently and whispering peace into your day. Last quarter moon the energy of repetition. You don't need to change what you see every day. In fact, repetition is powerful. The same object seen in the same way. Each morning becomes a ritual in itself. It tells your subconscious, "This is my beginning. This is the story I choose to live today." And over time, that story begins to live in you. So tonight, before sleep, look once more at your morning space. Ask it softly, "Will you greet me in light? Will you remind me of who I am becoming?" And if the answer is no, then with the smallest shift, a cloth, a picture, a single line of poetry, you can change everything, because what you see first is not just visual. It is vibrational, directional, foundational. It is the very first yes. Your energy hears each day, and that is a doorway worth remembering. Final, not a conclusion, but a gentle turning. There is no grand finale to a morning. No final step, no trumpet sound to declare, "You've done it right." Morning is not a task. It is a tide, a slow return from the dreaming shore, back to the land of breath and time. And if you've walked this far with me, you already know, your day does not begin when you stand up. It begins when you soften, when you place your hand on your chest, before your phone, when you breathe before you speak, when you see something beautiful, before the world sees you. That is when the gates open. Not the gate outside your house, but the gate inside your being, the one that leads to peace, to grounded joy, to a quiet kind of prosperity that doesn't shout or sparkle, but stays. Perhaps you won't remember every step tomorrow. That's all right. Perhaps you'll forget the water, or the chime won't ring, or your thoughts will run ahead before you call them home. That too is all right, because the ritual is not in perfection. It's in the remembering, the returning. And each time you return, each time you begin again, you build something the world cannot take, an invisible field, a home inside the home, a rhythm that says, "This day is mine to shape. I choose light. I choose to wake as if life is meeting me for the very first time." So tomorrow, when the first light touches your curtains, pause, let the world wait, place your hand where your pulse lives, let silence have its say, and ask, what would it feel like to rise as if the universe had chosen today just for you? Not because of luck, not because of destiny, but because somewhere in the quiet space between your breath and the window, you finally remembered. You were never waiting for abundance. It was always waiting for you.